Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this video will be a concept of limits. Limits is basically a very important chapter of calculus. So let's start. So before we go to the limits, we have to understand functions. So what is functions? Let's see. Suppose we take, let's consider it is a set of A. So this is a set, so it is confirmed that it contains some elements. Let's define this x1, x2, x3. So collectively we can say x1, x2, x3 represent x. So now we consider another set B. It will have some elements like fx1, fx2, fx3. So what is relation? Relation is, so what is relation between two sets? It's called functions. Like this. If I show it geometrically, basically more clear. So here from the A set, all the elements is defined, and also in B set the elements are defined. So, but in some cases the function can't be defined for domain of X. Domain means the A set is called domain and B set called codomain. So, what is the geometrical representation of the limit? So if I show that your concept is more clear on limits. So see this. So you know this is a Cartesian coordinate system. So we take a point here. So at the x coordinate we take x, and here the point is x, is y. So you can see this function is defined, but in the case of limits there are some functions that cannot be defined. So what is the meaning of defined? The meaning of defined is in a certain value of x there will be a certain value of y. If x is approaches to some certain value, let's consider here is 0 for O. So this point is 0, 0. So x is approaches at 0, 0. It is not 0, 0, it is approaches on 0, 0. This is a very crucial part of it. So for the function of fx, we can consider any function. So let's say that if x is approaches to some certain value, let's consider some 0, y point. So here you can see that it is not a certain value, it is approaches to 0, y. Let's consider it is a 0, it is approaches to that point, not in that point, it is approaches in. So this is the concept of limits. For it can so in the concept of limits, here we can say the what is limit meaning basically. So your concept will be cleared on some computer software called MATLAB. In this software, you can run a simulation of limits. Here we can take some value of x, and the fx is approaches in certain value. So in this software, you can learn some more about limits. So let's jump back to the sums of limits. Your concept will be more clear on that sums. So this is a very ordinary sum of limits. So in the first step, we can see 2x plus 5. 2x plus 5 what? It is a function fx. You can call it also a y. Here we can see that from the certain value of x, like some positive integers or negative integers, also 0, it gives a certain value of x. So it is a defined function, and in the limits defined every defined function, we can just put the value of x. Here the x approaches into 0. So let's in another step. So here we just put x equal to 0 and we get the value of limit. So the limit value is 5. So